You is a very fluid concept right now. That is a quote from a movie called Hitch, starring Will Smith. Have you seen it? I've seen it many times. I saw it again recently last night. My wife and I watched it as we are currently about halfway through our month trial of Amazon. And we even own it on DVD. We've been married 10 and a half years and we've never watched the movie together. So finally, we watched the movie, and in hindsight, it's still a very fun movie. And at the end of the movie, I told my wife, I said, I actually see an overlap of what Will Smith's character did for a living and what I do on YouTube. So if you haven't seen that movie at this time, Will Smith plays a guy who makes a career out of helping guys basically learn how to get the girl that they're attracted to. These are guys who don't basically have the techniques, the confidence, the right skill set, and that's what he helps them do. By the end of the movie, though, he ultimately officially realizes that the people he's helping, he's not actually doing anything for them other than helping them become better versions of themselves. And early in the movie, he tells Kevin James, I'm sure you know who that is, that's his main project in the movie that he's working on. And he's teaching Kevin James, his character, basically how to be cool instead of being the nerd that he is in the movie. And Will Smith says to Kevin James' character, he says, you is a very fluid concept right now. So here's what that makes me think of. Growing up as a kid, for me it was in the 80s and 90s, we were brainwashed to believe that you're special, don't change, just be yourself. That's what we were told. I don't believe that. Yes, I do believe we're special. I do believe that part. But just being special isn't enough. So, in just being you is not enough. It's a matter of improving yourself. It's a matter of maturing. Otherwise, we'd be locked in an archaic mindset of what it means to be a man, and that's to be an alpha male, which I strongly disagree in that being an alpha male is relevant in today's society. I believe it's all about being an emotionally intelligent beta male who knows how to collaborate and communicate and compromise. Having those communication skills matters a whole lot more than trying to boss people around. People don't actually react positively to somebody like that. And you'll see that with Will Smith's character in the movie Hitch. But it's a matter of realizing, yes, we're all special, and yes, we all matter in this world, but we definitely have room for improvement. And there's people out there living the version of life that we'd like to live, basically because they thought, you know what, this version of me isn't good enough, and it's worth improving, and it's always worth improving, and I've always got something to learn. So this concept of you is a very fluid concept. See, I think people get caught up in their own identity, especially, by the way, this is a hair loss video, okay? I made it 3.5 minutes into a video without ever even saying hair loss, but I'm sure I'll put it in the title, so to make sure I attract the correct audience here. So here's what it comes down to. I think this is a major mistake that a lot of guys live in as they are grasping their identity as someone who has a receding hairline or hair loss, that sort of thing. And they have this idea of what it means to be cool and what it means to be attractive, and trying to ultimately build on themselves to improve. And that's not necessarily, there may be a lot of things about you that need to actually be reversed, that are actually really hurting you. Even this whole concept of an alpha male. I just mock the concept that an alpha male is relevant and that an alpha male can be successful. Instead, if you're simply a beta male who knows how to read people, who knows how to lead people, communicate with people, influence people, that matters so much more than I'm in charge. That doesn't matter at all. It's crazy. It's such a crazy concept. So when it comes to hair loss, though, specifically, and under this topic of just be yourself, I say don't just be yourself. I say it's a matter of absolutely changing who you are as much as necessary, because part of you will still always be there. But it's just to put it in perspective, I think this is the best example. You all know I'm almost 38. I'm 20 years older at least. I'm double the age of many of you watching my videos. Now, you've seen me in clips of old videos I've uploaded from VHS tapes. But that version of me, while there are definitely some similarities that you could look back to and say, well, I can see how that's still you. Yeah, but I have evolved so much as a person. And over the course of your lifetime, you will. But that's one of the benefits of watching my channel, is that I'm here to help fast forward you through some of those learning curves and show you what actually matters. Instead of trying so hard and working so hard to be yourself, a version of yourself that people will like, what if you don't focus on being yourself so much and focus on being the kind of person that other people would like being around? Hang on. I think I keep it in this box. This is my shaving box where I keep my razor, my beard trim, and all that. And it's funny, I randomly keep this in here. I really need to just move it to the dresser so I can have it for whenever I need to bring it out. But I always talk about how younger guys who are fearing that they're balding, because remember, I think the people who have most to lose who watch my channel aren't the guys who are already Norwood 3 or 4 or 5 and age 20, but instead the guys that are age 24 and Norwood 2, which by the way, I was a Norwood 2 at age 24 and I still have this much hair. So, but you have more to lose than the guy who is younger than you and lost more hair. But what makes a person cool? I've already made this video, but just to remind you, think about this. Instead of trying to be a better version of you, like just be yourself, but just do a few things different, I don't endorse that at all. I'm saying be a completely different person if that's what it takes to be the kind of person that people are attracted to and want to be around. And when you can do that, your hair isn't going to matter. Because in reality, you is a very fluid concept right now. Forget what you know about yourself and what you think you know, and think about the ways that you want to be perceived. It's a matter of how society actually perceives you as being attractive. So I know I've said these in videos before. Let's just go through them real quick. What makes a person cool and therefore attractive? And this is on the article that you can Google from Real Men, Real Style, called What Makes a Guy Cool, the meaning of being cool. And there's 11 things. That people perceive you as friendly, as competent. In other words, that you have a general knowledge and you know what's going on. You're not like, that's cool, man. Or like, they want to see that you got your feet on the ground kind of thing. Number 3 is that you're trendy. Nothing says trendy like this shirt. Number 4, that you're desirable. Desirable. Man, I'm mumbling that. There has to be something about you that people want to embrace and want to be around. To be fun to be around, ultimately. To be interesting to be around. And hair isn't required for that. Number 5, to be attractive. Now, but Nick, I can't be attractive if I'm bald. Yes, you can. You can shave your head, all your hair off if you need to, start working out, do all these other things. You don't need hair to be attractive. And if you are trapping yourself by putting yourself in this mindset, well, all the pretty girls won't like a guy that's bald. They will never go there. They'll think I'm too old. Wrong mindset. Women are attracted to men that appear and seem to be older. Not just appearing, but also especially acting older, because older men tend to be more confident. So there's more than one way to be attractive. And if you put all of your stock in your hair as what makes you attractive, boy, have you got a long way to go. And basically my whole channel is a waste of your time if you can't get past number 5. Your hair is not the main thing that makes you attractive. It's all of these things together and reinventing the concept, the fluid concept of what it means to be attractive. Next, number 6, being unconventional. We can admit clearly I'm an unconventional guy. And it's that concept that people are attracted to people who are willing to take risks. Because I've made so many decisions in my life that would be unconventional, that I'm taking risks. Even when I shaved my head for 2 months when I didn't have to, that was taking a risk that a lot of guys wouldn't have done. That's one of many examples. Next is being pro-social, helping other people. That's attractive. When you're known for someone who has the ability or the time or at least the effort to help other people, as I am helping people on this channel. Got to be humorous, There's different kinds of humor, but if you're not funny, it's hard to be liked. It's hard to be attractive as a man. It's part of the male experience that you're funny. So find a way to be funny. Look up at other YouTubers and figure that out. Number 9, confident, being confident. But keep in mind, there's no difference between real confidence and fake confidence. If there's one lesson I probably prove better than anything on this channel, is that there's no difference between real confidence and fake confidence. How do you know that I'm even confident? I built this channel out of nothing. This was never intended to be a hair loss channel. I made several videos before this. I made like 100 videos before this. I realized, oh, people would rather me talk about hair. Okay, let me pretend to be some kind of like personality guy that talks about hair. And years later, here I am. Can we agree that I'm in the top 10 most popular hair loss YouTubers in the world right now? If anyone can negate that fact, please let me know and prove it. Next is number 10, being emotionally controlled. I say all the time, you control your own emotions, but most people don't do that. They let other people control their emotions, how they feel, and therefore their decisions. And then lastly, hedonistic, which is basically self-indulgent. For me, that's just a matter of being self-aware. It's a sense of confidence without thinking I'm better than anyone else. I definitely don't think I'm better than anyone else. I think I'm worse than most people in many ways. So it's not that I'm comparing myself to others thinking I'm great. It's that I know what I'm not good at, but I know what I am good at, and I base my identity on that. So this has been a very important video for a lot of you to watch. It's been a good reminder for a lot of you to watch. This concept of you is a very fluid concept right now, especially as it relates to hair. The concept of being an attractive male is a very fluid concept right now. I think you have to break the traditional mold, break what you're seeing on social media and movies and TV, and listen to what I say. What I say is based on actual psychological studies and my own life experience. And I'm about twice the age of you. So take it from a guy who is wanting to mentor you, just like the movie Hitch. So if you haven't seen that movie, if you do now, that movie will make a lot more sense now that you've heard me talk about it. You have comments coming from your mouth going to this section right here.